Hello friends, this is Tim Collins coming to you again with our Weekend Word. Some time ago I was watching a preacher on television, just a local show, and he advertised a 7-part DVD series called What Faith Is and How Faith Operates. Well, I think that's overcomplicating things, and today, and perhaps for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to talk from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. Now, of course, we know the chapter 11 of Hebrews as the great faith chapter, but I look at it more of as a perseverance chapter. You have to put Hebrews 11 in with the last paragraph of Hebrews 10 and the first paragraph of Hebrews 12, and you discover that chapter 11 is just a number of illustrations of people who hung in there, people who didn't quit, who persevered and accomplished great things for God. Most of those stories are not stories of an instantaneous miracle. They're stories of a lifetime of obedience and faithfulness to God. Today I want to focus on this verse, verse 7. By faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. By his faith he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness that comes by faith. I just want to look at this one phrase. By faith Noah, when warned about things not yet seen, in holy fear built an ark to save his family. A lot of people have this impression that faith is, close your eyes and gritting your teeth and believing and believing and believing and believing. If you can believe hard enough, you can make God do something for you that you want him to do that he might not otherwise be inclined to do. And that's not at all what faith is. See, in Noah's case, he wasn't trying to talk God into doing anything. He was simply obeying God. Here is what faith is. Faith is believing God. By faith, Noah built the ark because Noah believed that God meant what he said, that God would not lie, that every word God spoke is true. So when God told Noah that there was a flood coming and he instructed him to build an ark, Noah believed God. And so he began to build an ark. That's how faith operates. Faith operates when we believe God to the point where we obey God. That's really all there is to faith. We believe God to the point that we are willing to obey God. So when God says something like, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, that means you love the Lord more than anything in this world. You're dead to this world is dead to you. You have taken up your cross to follow him. When he says, love your neighbor as yourself, there are no exceptions to that. None of this, if your neighbor is unlovable, you're excused from it. Or, well, the guy 3 doors down is not really my neighbor, because, of course, Jesus told the parable of the Good Samaritan and said that basically everyone is our neighbor. Love everyone as we love ourselves without exception, whether they're lovable or not, like Jesus did for us. Jesus said, treat other people the way you want to be treated, the golden rule. As you would have others do unto you, do you unto them. And, that applies to everything we do. Do we treat telemarketers the way we'd want to be treated? Do we treat the lady that messed up our order at McDonald's the way that we want to be treated? It's without exception. And that's how faith operates. Faith operates when we believe God to the point where we do what God said to do. If God says don't bow before an idol, we won't bow before an idol. If God says build an ark, we start building an ark. If God says to love him with all of our heart, we do it. Well, I hope this has been a blessing to you. We'll revisit this verse perhaps next week. God bless you. We love you.